You an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for Kalkine Media. Welcome to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks. In this edition, I'll be speaking with Ark Mines Executive Chairman Roger Jackson. Ark Mines is a mineral exploration company focused on developing its tenements prospective for copper, iron ore, nickel-cobalt and porphyry gold. The company's projects are located in the Mt Garnet and Greenvale mineral fields of Northern Queensland. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Great to have you back on the show with us today.
Hi, Rachel. It's lovely to be here.
Now, Ark Mines recently announced an acquisition of a rare earths project. Congratulations for that. What are the characteristics of this project that makes it a great opportunity for your company?
Well, I guess we got it at the right price, which is probably a very good thing. But the Sandy Mitchell rare earth deposit is actually defined as a placer deposit. So that really means it's a sand mixed with heavy minerals, including the rare earths. So therefore it's a surface deposit and it's expansive, which makes it, somewhat different to many. And that means it's, mineable in a very cost-effective way. Also, if we want to further develop the resource, drilling is very cheap. It's only shallow and it's from surface. So, cost of mining this project, it would be, minimal, and there's very little overburden to remove, if any. Further, and this is important, is that it's a free dig. We don't need to drill and blast this product. It just keeps everything simple. But probably what's most important about this project is the metallurgy, or I guess the lack of metallurgy. The sand material can be beneficiated by gravity, which just means that you're using very simple technology, somewhat like they used back in the olden days to get gold, with simple gravity machines like sluices, or spirals. But probably in these days we're using centrifuges, which are cheap and very cost effective. In fact, it would be a very low capex project, and it's very low in operating costs. And of course, given it's this type of process, would mean that we don't have to go through that rigorous permitting process that many do in the rare earth space. So we're somewhat different to most of these other rare earth projects around Australia. Placer deposit is just simply a sand project, and we will just make a concentrate product from the sands using gravity, and makes a really robust trio grade product. So we're very, very pleased with this project, and it looks very exciting going forward.
It absolutely sounds very exciting. So what are your exploration plans for this newly acquired project?
Okay, so we inherited a fair bit of work. There's been a lot of work done on the project, including auger drilling and panned concentrates, but most of that information's in hard data, and it's stored in a shed up in North Queensland. So first thing we'll do is we'll digitise all that information so we can have it on a database, and then start plotting it into our software programs, Micromine, and running it through that to get a better understanding of how all the grades sit and where they sit. We then plan to probably do a ground truthing program whereby we get up on the ground and have a look at the topography and look at the area before we set up and plan an auger drilling program. The auger drilling program is to augment the already 100 holes that have been drilled, to focus on areas that are probably higher grade and to infill those areas. So there was a line of three lines of about 30 odd holes at about 250 metres apart. So we need to tighten up that pattern and to build a maiden resource estimate from that drilling, and then we can step through the processes, need to peg the ground as an ML, and just move the project to a rare earth producing asset as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Now, if we could move on to electric vehicle batteries, mining companies supplying the raw materials for the EV batteries have been very busy over the last year or two. What is your take on this development?
Well, look, the global trends for electric vehicles are well established now, and obviously major car manufacturers around the world have made electric vehicles part of their strategy. The old internal combustion is on the way out. Look, you don't have to be too smart to work that out, given it's discussed in every piece of media that we read now. So those EVs will need batteries, and the general consensus is that the supply chains for raw materials to make those batteries, whether it be lithium or whether it be nickel-cobalt, and we do have a nickel-cobalt project, or rare earths or other critical minerals, it's going to be a struggle to meet demand. So in terms of Ark's focus area, outside our nickel-cobalt, which is our rare earths, they're key components to magnets used in EVs and EV motors. But I would also say it's not just EVs where the supply and demand gap is in play with rare earths. Research shows that in 2022, EVs account for about 12% of global demand for rare earths and rare earth magnets. So the bigger picture is around the renewable energy, and, wind and other technical sides of renewable energy, but just as much also the ever-growing modern tech products that are just too expensive to discuss now, but they're getting more and more prevalent in our society now, and we're seeing a big need and demand for rare earth products. So I think the demand for quality rare earths will stay strong over the longer term, and Ark's well positioned in that process.
Absolutely. And late last year, Ark Mines updated the maiden mineral resource estimate for the Gunawara project. What is the significance of this development, and where do you see the project progressing over the next few months?
Well, Rachel, look, we've got the resource now, and that will set us up to move the project to a mining lease. There's a number of things we need to do that, but we're well in tune now to get that process underway, and we will just literally move this project as quick as possible to direct shipping product. So that's the direction. It's quite simple, and that's where we're going with it.
Now, your company has received encouraging outcomes from small-scale beneficiation trials. What are you looking forward to in the subsequent campaigns?
Yes, that's right. They have been encouraging, and we're pretty excited about that. The potential of upgrading pushes up the resource into a commercial zone for direct shipping. So there's potential for that, and with our initial work that was done, that certainly looks to be positive. But the test work is ongoing, and we've got probably a larger group of samples for more bulk samples in Brisbane now being tested, and we hope to get results soon, and we probably will share that in the near future.
Excellent. And lastly, what are the key milestones we can expect from Ark this year?
Rachel, very, very simple. We're going to move our projects as quickly as possible through to production and build our further inventory through drilling. So we're going to run two lines of strategies. We're running a move to production and to build up our inventory, whether it be rare earth inventory or copper or nickel, and we're also going to be drilling our iron project, Mount Chess, this year. And so we wish to build that inventory up, and as I said, we focused on being a direct shipping operation.
Well, it definitely seems like it will be a busy year for Ark. Good luck with that, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Kalkine.
Thank you. And that was Ark Mines Executive Chairman Roger Jackson. And if you did miss any part of that chat, you can catch the full interview on our YouTube channel, Kalkine Media, so make sure to subscribe. I'm Rachel, reminding you to stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.